guess when I was 8 years old, I would perform stunts in my living room, and it wasn't on tape. But no, I grew up watching martial art films and wanting to be, and I'd get all the Bruce Lee handbooks and try and mimic him, and I think that's also how I started dancing.
Yeah.
I was mimicking music videos and trying to do the same choreography as them, and for me, it was more of a street style learning experience. Yeah. Even in dance, I never took like proper dance classes until I moved out to LA, and for this martial art, this was that kind of training experience in doing Crouching Tiger, where the training experience was right before we started filming. So I'm also used to quick kind of 21-day learning experience and incorporate it into film. Love that.
Really?
It was less than a month that I had to train like the wire work and not even the choreography. Sometimes we learn the choreography. If we learn it before, we completely change it because we want to make it look as best possible on screen. So we have to learn the choreography right before we shot. And a lot of that kind of mentality for me was helped from Glee. That's how we shot things.
Yeah.
It was just you learn it right before and you shoot it. And what the beauty of that sometimes is it allows you to look improvised as opposed to heavily staged.
Yeah.
And there's some kind of organic. But like I'm really scared right now, and I hope I don't get punched in the face, which is exactly what you do in a fight because you want to be in attack mode and not be defensive and not get punched. I think it's more adaptability, being to adapt to whatever situation is being thrown at me. Like the wire work, I probably spent maybe 10 or 15 minutes maximum on wires before we actually started doing wire work in front of the camera. And a lot of it is trying to figure it out. We had a great stunt team that really helped us and that really we put a lot of our trust, and they also put a lot of trust on us to make sure that we are able to handle these stunts. And what was beauty is they also trusted us to do a lot of our own stunts, which is a very scary thing to have an actor sometimes do because that's not your expertise. But what really has helped is the choreography aspect. I think for me the idea that I've been doing choreography for a long time with dance has really helped into the martial arts because at the end of the day there's a beauty that you have to put that's very different from a martial artist who's trained to kill. And then you have one in front of the camera where they're especially in the wuxia, there's a sense of dance, it's a beauty. You look at the first one, Zhang Ziyi and then Michelle Yeoh, they were dancers, and they were trained ballet dancers that kind of went into martial arts and was able to showcase that in front of the screen. Yeah, it's that was another inspiration of mine to see that she was able to do it. And when you watch her on screen, it doesn't look like she was a dancer. She doesn't look like she's dancing, fighting. And I wanted to achieve that at the same time. So for me, it's kind of turning off that brain of like, don't dance. Only take away the fact that there's a rhythm, which Donnie Yen really also helped me out to talk about rhythm. He's like, make sure you keep that rhythm because there's still a rhythm in a fight, whether there's music or not. You have to maintain that with the person that you're fighting. And also there's someone leading the dance. So if it throws punches, you want to be able to block it, or get away from it and counter with that. So they were incredible with giving their advice and their experience and sharing that with me and Natasha. I don't think I'll ever get used to wires. To have something right on your crotch pushing you up constantly and looking outside and seeing 10 pullers for the wires is there's a beauty in a sense because that's also a dance to me. There's a partnership going on where you constantly have to be in good communication with them, or they're going to drop you. And if you don't communicate and tell them that they're pulling too hard or too slow, but there's a trust. You know, they want you to land this thing perfectly and gracefully, and you want them to not, let go of that thing. So for me, it was really fun doing the wire work. You're flying in the air. I mean, I love my dream, my superhero of choice, my superhero skill, or whatever, would be to fly. And we got to do that multiple times in this film. It's great. I was really lucky to be able, because he speaks Cantonese and Mandarin, and I speak Cantonese, and it was really great for us to communicate in that space, because sometimes, if you can say something in Cantonese, you have to have a translator do it in English, because my Cantonese is good, but when it gets to the sophisticated level, I guess it's not there yet. But he was great. I mean, he has a great understanding of this world. He has a great understanding of wuxia films and these characters, and I think he was able to, outside of, everyone knows him as an incredible legendary fight choreographer, but I think he also understands the nuances and the subtleties of bringing a performance out from these characters. We trained together. I mean, the first fight that you saw in the movie, that one was, that was our first fight that we learned, and so we would go over that over and over, and the amount of bruises, I think the bonding came from bruising each other, just like constantly hitting each other in the wrong place. You would punch me in the face, I would actually poke her in the eye, and with that you would think that you would hate each other after the thing, but we grew a respect for each other, because we were in this world, this new world together. Everyone has kind of been have worked with each other. Michelle has worked with Young Peng, so has Donnie, and they understand the world, and we're coming into it as, she's also she's from Australia. I'm based in America, so we're coming into this new world, and I think there's a beauty in that, because there's this, the culture kind of coming together, different cultures, but also the same, from different backgrounds coming together, and I thought that was an incredible experience. We got to learn so much from them, and I think they took something away of, like, also our generation, coming into it as well. Oh yeah, you would think that when you have something choreographed and you've gone over and over again, it's going to go exactly the way you plan in your head, and it really doesn't, because there's always something new to be thrown at you. Oh, the swords. To actually hold the Green Destiny in your hand and say, like, you have to fight with this is very scary. It's the legendary sword that people know, and that can basically end the nation. And it was difficult, because it's, even though you sometimes use the prop ones, you sometimes use the real ones, which are really, really heavy. You're scared of you can hurt someone, you can hurt yourself, you can hurt someone. So to get that proper training, we had incredible stunt guys that would help train us over and over again, and with these, like, wooden, almost the ones that you'd see in Peter Pan, like the wooden swords, just that use in practice and get used to. But it was fun, man. It was so much fun to do. We'd do sometimes like 8 hours a day of training, and then we'd go weightlifting, and then we'd go to a rehearsal for the scenes. So it was non-stop. It was like a mental, physical, and emotional boot camp. I came off of that, and what's nice about my character Magnus is that he is in Shadowhunters, is that he utilizes magic, and he has blue flames kind of coming out of his hands, and you can see in one of the scenes where it's kind of martial arts like, and I wanted to bring a little bit of that without it making it seem so like kung fu, and I think I got to find a really cool balance of, because I think Magnus Bane has been around for 400 years plus, so he's been around the block, and he's seen some wuxia fights happen in his lifetime. We shot the whole season. It's out on Freeform and also on Netflix worldwide as well, and that comes out weekly. I think we're on the 6th episode right now, so we shot 13 episodes for that. I don't know. Hopefully soon. You know, I'm looking into projects where I'll be able to showcase dancing, straight up dancing again. But it has to be the right thing. You know, I don't want to just dance just to dance. I want to dance along with a good story that helps tell the story, allows the dancer to help tell the story as well. Yeah, I'm working on something. I can't fully announce it quite yet. I think I should be able to announce it soon. But yeah, I have something really cool, cool project coming up with. I can't really say too much, but with directors that I have worked with a lot, and hopefully we can it'll come through and we can do that. Yeah, it'll definitely be a new side. You know, I always like to keep my fans on their toes and audiences to see a different aspect of you know, different characters. To me, it's not really about that, but it's really about interesting characters. And you know, I got to play some interesting characters these past couple of years, and I want to keep continuing that.
All right.